So I'm here on the east side of San Antonio, Texas, in an area known as Dignowity Hill, where an East Coast boy comes out to Texas to go to school for finance. And what happens? He falls in love. With barbecue, that is. And now he's doing it his own way, smoking meats and making barbecue here at Dignowity Meats.
A bologna.
Dignowity is just this great, unassuming place that serves up this amazing food.
I got a pit beef.
Hanging out here, having beer and barbecue, this is a fun place.
Beer barbecue in Texas. Who would have
That's
thought?
right. Who would have thought?
2 smoked turkey caprese.
What makes Andrew stand out is the attention that he puts to each sandwich.
Because chef and owner Andrew Samia has mad love for the deli sandwiches he grew up with on the East Coast. And he's adding a San Antonio spin with Texas-style smoked meats.
Wanted to smoke everything here in-house, take everything from start to finish, and just kind of really do it the old school way.
Where'd you learn to cook?
Just being broke in college, watching a lot of Food Network, Alton Brown, a lot of Triple D.
Smart guy.
It's a lot of really classic items, but everything's different from the ordinary.
Your burnt end melt?
The burnt end melt has burnt ends, mac and cheese, melted cheese, and a little sliver of pear slipped in there. It's really phenomenal.
What are we making first?
This is gonna be for our burnt end melt sandwich. Prime Angus brisket, and we're gonna...
Prime?
Yes,
Hang on
sir.
a second. Angus in its own right is fantastic meat. Prime is what you find in high-end restaurants.
Yes, sir. First, just gonna hit it with some kosher salt.
Okay.
And then coarse ground black pepper, Cajun spice, and granulated garlic.
Really giving it a gracious helping of this.
Absolutely.
Because what's gonna happen, so you take the decal and you'd cut these ends off and then you'd go again. Well, it would look like these burnt pieces because you re-seasoned it and re-smoked it.
Yep.
But you wanna talk about the piece de resistance. So for you to be making a whole sandwich out of this, that's a give right there. What kind of wood we smoking with?
Hickory chips.
Brisket's down, what's up next?
We're gonna make our barbecue sauce. Ketchup, brown sugar, molasses,
Pineapple juice.
a little sweetness, a little bit of tang as well. Water, liquid smoke.
I got a waft of it as soon as I moved
Yeah,
it.
you smell that?
Dry mustard?
Yes, sir. Granulated garlic, Cajun spice, and kosher salt.
All right, so let this simmer down now. The brisket's cooled, and now you're gonna cube it.
Yes, sir. Now we're gonna season and sauce it. Cajun spice, a light brown sugar, our sauce.
And now mix it all,
Absolutely. This is gonna go into the smoker on
Okay.
250 for about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
and then it's done.
And then it's finished.
Just wait on the mac and cheese. Let's see it.
Unsalted butter, all-purpose flour, whole milk.
So make a basic bechamel.
Just gonna add some sharp cheddar cheese, kosher salt, black pepper, and our Cajun spice.
Add the parboiled elbows.
Absolutely.
Let's put it together.
We got our mac and cheese.
Where's the bun coming from?
Local baker here in town. Smoked brisket burnt ends, sliced pear.
Everything's making sense except the pear, but I'm following your lead.
You'll like it.
Okay.
Sharp cheddar cheese, a little more barbecue sauce. Take a little bit of the top out.
Wow, you're really helping on the carbs, aren't you?
That's so it's a little health more conscious.
Little health more.
A little more health conscious.
Health more
Health more
Come on
conscious.
down where it's health more conscious
Yeah.
here.
Then on the press
That's what I'm talking about. Bread on mac and cheese.
with fruit. Does the pear play?
Don't talk in the middle of the backswing. Remember when you were a kid and you'd wait for that report card?
Yeah. I'm waiting right now.
How's that feel, huh?
It's pretty nerve-wracking.
It's a little. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be 100% honest. That's fantastic.
Thank you, chef.
This is full of high notes. It's studded with these big pieces of this super tender but textural brisket. Then you get the creamy cheese. Then you get the little soft bit of the noodle. The pear does give a nice little refreshing.
A little crunch.
A little crunch, a little sugar. It gives a little raw relief. This is a lethal weapon. You'd have to register this in Flavor Town.
We'll get its ID card, don't worry.
Really impressive.
Thank you, brother.
Got a burnt end melt.
The burnt end melt is really great. I mean, it does have burnt ends. They're very caramelized, juicy on the inside.
The pear seems odd.
It does seem odd.
Yeah, but it's like candy.
Just delicious. Great sandwich.
A side of corn bake.
Food's spot on, lights out. Hard name to say, but it's an easy place to eat at.
How did the name come about?
Dignowity Hill is the neighborhood that we're in. During the Texas Revolution, Santa Anna had his troops here on the hill because he could see all the way down to the Alamo.
Got it. I'm so much more educated now.
It's really convenient because it's very close to downtown, but it's not in the center of everything where it's going to be super crowded.
I gotta walk away from this one because when we come back, we're gonna do a real deal Reuben.
Reuben with the side of corn.
The Reuben's great. The pastrami is delicious.
I've never had another one like it in San Antonio.
See you in a bit. Welcome back. We're on the east side of San Antonio, Texas, hanging out a funky little joint called Dignowity. That's the mountain we're on, right? The knoll.
Dignowity Hill.
So you can see,
see the Alamo. You can see the Alamo.
I'm learning all about history and making some great barbecue. And it's all happening inside a funky former burger joint where Chef Andrew is combining his passions for sandwiches and smoked meats.
2 Reubens coming out.
The Reuben itself has pastrami cheese, and it's a very unique flavor.
Sauerkraut, nice toasted, perfect butt.
What do you got?
So the pastrami's a little more traditional. Same cut of beef.
So prime brisket.
We're gonna make a real basic brine for it. Cool water, brown sugar, coriander seed, kosher salt,
There you go. There you go.
yellow mustard seed,
Interesting.
pickling spice, curing salt.
Got it.
Bring it to a boil so everything dissolves, the flavors kind of wake up a little bit, get it cool, and pour it over the brisket.
How long is this going to brine?
Over the weekend, normally 3 to 4 days. This would be the
All
best.
right, how long's your weekend?
Yeah.
So a little rinse has happened to this, but you can see some of the pickling spice still there.
Now we're gonna season it. A whole black peppercorn, coriander seed, white sugar, and some granulated garlic.
It's like a sundae.
Hodgepodge of different size granules in
You know
there.
how to spell hodgepodge?
No, I don't.
I don't either. I use it, but I don't know how to spell it.
Into the smoker, 225 for about 12 to 14 hours.
Dig it.
So this is the pastrami that we just smoked.
Look at that. Healthy amount of coriander. Quality of the meat come through. Typically, you throw this on the slicer,
Yeah, typically we'll slice this up on the
ribbon
slicer.
it out.
Absolutely.
Look at it, though. Great crust. All right, let's build it.
Some good Swiss cheese for our house smoked pastrami. And then we're gonna toast this up, heat up the pastrami, melt the cheese. House Russian dressing, sauerkraut, top it off with the bread here.
That's all she wrote.
That's it.
The fact that you're bringing this to San Antonio speaks volumes about this relationship that you have with smoking meats and barbecue and just your whole energy. It's not super hard to do, but it's labor intensive. It takes a lot of time. But I tell you, when you're in the mood for sauerkraut, pastrami, little Russian dressing, I have any right there? Am I looking okay?
A little bit right there.
Oh, there's
You're
some
okay,
there?
though.
How long was it there? How long did you let me? Dynamite.
Thank you, chef.
People are gonna be showing up here trying to buy this pastrami by the pound. Better watch out.
Hey, we're ready.
We're ready. Bring it.
Reuben with the side of our mac and cheese.
The Russian dressing on this Reuben sandwich kind of blends all the flavors together with the cheese and the bread.
The toast is really good, complements the meats.
A salumi and a pit beef.
When we have people from out of town, we're always like, you have to come try Dignowity.
What you're doing, how you're treating it, great job.
Thank you, brother.